Just as sunflowers chase the sun, inductees into the South Dakota Hall of Fame chase their dreams day after day, year after year. The 700-plus inductees in the Hall of Fame come from all backgrounds and corners of our state. What their stories have in common is their unwavering courage and belief in their dreams. These dream chasers are an inspiration for us all to strive for excellence and believe in our own potential to chase dreams well into the future. George Shanard first began his career at his family's grain elevator business. He worked his way up in the company and established a new division called Big Green Fertilizer, now the largest distributor in eastern South Dakota. During his career in the state legislature, George was a staunch proponent of South Dakota's farmers and ranchers, focusing on key issues involving transportation and water development. Additionally, George was responsible for the acquisition of the Burlington Northwest Railroad, which later became the South Dakota Rail Corporation. This endeavor greatly aided the transportation of agricultural products throughout the state.
Look at the diverse businesses that your father went into, and he was told to run for the legislature, but he still had to agree to do it. And then finding the different businesses, being on the radio, being part of the startup of Kelly Group, Dakota Group, and you look at that, and what do you think the key attributes or key characteristics of your father were that really made him who he was?
Just taking a leap of faith and seeing something he wanted to do and doing it. And I think that's what maybe we don't have, some of us that are not as brave. He saw something and he did it. You know, when Pearl Harbor was bombed, he enlisted in the Navy as soon as he possibly could. And just because, you know, he felt he could make a difference. And I think that's all of it. He was a huge team builder. He led with a lot of humor. He was a funny man, and probably the best times we all had is just laughing because of silly stuff we would do as a family, or even as adults. We just laughed a lot in our family because he had that great sense of humor. And his friends and his elevator managers all became close friends of our family, and that's kind of the way things were done back then. I wish I remembered more of that, but they all knew me very well just as a little kid. And I got a little bottle of Coke every time I went into an elevator. And no, they were at our home. We went to dinner with them. These people were all incredible people, loyal as anything. And so he built a loyalty. I think he even built a loyalty in the legislature. I've heard many times from people that nobody ran a caucus like he did, just because people were loyal to him and the causes.
Could you explain what characteristics describe how a person can chase their dreams to impact South Dakota?
Oh, you know, I think we've been talking about a lot of those things with my dad. I think he chased every dream he could. I think you just have to have that strength and faith in yourself and ability to, you know, it's just, I think, an innate skill that you have to have in order to just say, I want to do this, and I think I will. And his dad said, why are you investing in a cornfield and going to call it a hotel? And you're crazy. And same with some of the other things he did. But you know, if he felt strongly about it, he did it, and he instilled that in his children as well.
So what were your thoughts growing up when you seen your father go into the fertilizer business, go up to Pierre as the legislator, start a hotel business? What were your thoughts when he was doing all these things?
I mean, I thought he had endless energy, and I wondered how as a daughter I could actually, you know, be a part of it. And work with him. And fortunately, I ended up being able to do that in the hotel side of things and whatnot, and work with him, next to him on the board of directors. And so it was, I was in complete admiration of that man. He was just, he's your first love. And he certainly was mine.
What does South Dakota not know about this dream chaser of your father that you'd like to share?
Oh, so many things. I just told you quite a few things here today that I could remember. He was a lover on top of it. He was married 3 times. He was just a hopeless romantic. And, that probably had a lot to do with why he pursued everything he could in business and whatnot, because he just always could see something beautiful at the end. And I think that was a big part of what he did.